Luis Castillo, by not making weight, forks over $120,000, half to Corrales, half to the state of Nevada, adding to the embarrassment. Castillo's camp doctor, Armando Barak, fined $1,000, suspended for slipping his foot under the scale to try and lighten the load for Castillo. He should be banned from boxing for life. Castillo's manager, Fernando Beltran, called Barak an egomaniac, who fired trainer Tiburcio Garcia 2 weeks ago and then rehired him earlier this week. With Garcia out, Castillo stopped losing weight, but Castillo has no one to blame but himself. You know, we've thrown many accolades his way when he's deserved it. Now he deserves a big shame on you, Jose Luis Castillo.
Castillo made 147 at a 3 o'clock weigh-in today. Who knows how much weight he's put on since then?
And remember how he said the first fight was tarnished by the mouthpiece issue. Well, now he's tarnished the rematch. Is it possible that Castillo did this intentionally to give him the advantage with no regard for the titles? By doing this, he'd be stronger than Corrales, who followed the rules. You know, he did bet Corrales' promoter, Gary Shaw, $100,000 that he'd knock out Corrales.
Well, Steve, if you want to go conspiracy theory, and I'm not saying I do, it would all depend on when Castillo decided not to try and make weight. If he made that determination several days ago, then yeah, he'd have a huge advantage now. But if he made that determination after the weigh-in and while he was sitting in the sauna, then I don't think there's much of an advantage for him right now.
Yeah, logically, I would think Castillo would be drained physically and emotionally, not Corrales, but who knows? If there was any doubt, the first fight personified the toughness, power, and uncanny courage of Diego Corrales, who said he'd go through hell to win. Well, after seeing his face, he probably did. Prayer session for Corrales and his team. Corrales making his way to the ring now, as I was saying, because Castillo failed to make weight, casting a whole different light on this fight, although it could still be a great fight, a crowd-pleasing fight. But we can only wonder how that will impact on Corrales, Steve, psychologically.
It's a fair question to ask. All I know is that this fight, to the fans and to Corrales, was never really about the two titles. In that sense, I don't think there's that much of a change in Corrales' attitude. When the bell rings, these guys are going to tear into each other, and Corrales wants to validate what happened in May by winning again tonight.
The irony is he can probably relate, recalling how he struggled with weight problems and was decked 5 times against Floyd Mayweather Jr. The weight problems affected his strength, his stamina, his focus as he makes his way in. Deafening in here, and it's pretty clear that the crowd is favoring Castillo. Bottom line, whether there are world titles at stake or not, I'm bracing for another wild shootout, and I think the crowd feels the same way. So they're both in the ring. Referee Joe Cortez with the final checks. Let's check the figures as we go to the tail of the tape. Corrales, 3 years younger, unusually tall for his weight, but the big story, Castillo not making weight. These are yesterday's numbers at the official weigh-in. Castillo 138.5 on his third try. The promoters held another weigh-in this afternoon at 3, agreeing on a catch weight of 147. Castillo 147. Corrales didn't have to be there. And the key rules for this fight: there's no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. If an accidental headbutt occurs before the end of the 4th round, the fight is ruled a no decision. If it happens after the end of round 4, they go to the scorecard. So here at the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas, Nevada, we're getting ready for our main event, the rematch, Diego Corrales versus Jose Luis Castillo. Let's get the official introductions from our ring announcer, the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and welcome to the Thomas and Mack Center here at the campus of UNLV in Las Vegas, Nevada, as it's time for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Gary Shaw Productions and Top Rank Incorporated in association with Caesars Palace, Wynn Resorts, and Showtime. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, the chairman, Skip Avancino Jr., commissioners Dr. Tony Alamo, John Bailey, Joe W. Brown, and Dr. Flip Omansky, the executive director, Mark Ratner. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. Jeff Davidson, Dr. James Game, Dr. Al Capana, and Dr. Todd Chapman. Timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns tonight, James Cavan and Mike Lachella. Introducing to you our 3 judges scoring this bout from ringside. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Jerry Roth. From Providence, Rhode Island, Clark Sammartino. And from Tokyo, Japan, Nobuaki Uratani. Now introducing to you our referee in charge, the 3rd man in the ring, fair but firm, Joe Cortez. All right, fans, here we go. The time has come for the main event of the evening, the rematch you've all been waiting for. 12 rounds of boxing in a lightweight special attraction. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Las Vegas, it's showtime! Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks with red and green trim, hailing from and representing Empalme, Sonora, Mexico. His weight, 138.5 pounds, with a record of 52 wins, 7 losses, and 1 draw. He has 46 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2-time WBC lightweight champion of the world, Jose Luis El Temible Castillo. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner in this 12-round special attraction, wearing black trunks with gray trim, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Sacramento, California. He weighed in at the lightweight limit of 135 pounds with a record of 40 wins, 2 losses. He has 33 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former junior lightweight world champion and the current WBC and WBO lightweight champion of the world, introducing Diego Chico Corrales. Once again, a referee in charge, Joe Cortez, now to give instructions. 12 rounds of boxing schedule.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in that dressing room. Ya ahorita arreglado todo en camerino. I expect a good, clean fight. Quiero una pelea limpia. Los golpes aquí están buenos. The punches here are still good. Give me a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. And remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch him up.
You saw Team Corrales holding up the 3 belts, WBC, WBO, and the Ring Magazine belt, but those are not at stake tonight. Corrales ready for Castillo. We met with Castillo yesterday. His exact words to us were, last time I lost my championship, this time I'm going to get 2 championships. Well, minutes later at the weigh-in, it became a moot point when he couldn't make weight. So despite the controversy, will they continue where they left off 5 months ago? In essence, is this round 11? The prevailing opinion, no matter what, another shootout is inevitable. We'll soon see.
No,
Boy, because of the controversy, Steve, it just adds so many new layers to this fight that didn't exist before.
But all that stuff's over now. It's a fight, and it's already a good fight because they're going at it right on the inside.
Castillo normally not a fast starter. He gets stronger as the fight goes on. That one of the reasons the game plan of the first fight was for Corrales to jump right on, fight an inside fight, and trade left hooks with Castillo.
Castillo's landing his left hook, and watch that right uppercut. It was a weapon again and again in the first fight.
And Corrales coming straight in. And there's a left hook to the jaw by Castillo.
Watch your head, watch your head. Watch your head, get him out. Get him outside here, saca los brazos, get him out.
You watch Castillo start quickly. It's usually a slow starter. You wonder, just conjecture, but does he in the back of your mind think, I don't know if I have the energy to go 12 hard rounds.
Another left hook upstairs by Castillo. And they're picking right up where they left off.
Big first round for Castillo, though. No doubt he's taken it so far, halfway through.
And that is nothing new as far as Castillo is concerned. Big left hook again by Castillo. So Castillo starting strong, and there's a right hand over the top by Jose Luis Castillo. Corrales missing.
Steve, we were wondering if, big right hand by Corrales, we were wondering if Corrales would make any adjustments. No adjustments. He's happy again to fight Castillo's fight.
The same exact styles as the first fight. Castillo, who weighed in at 147 about 3-4 o'clock today. Corrales 149 at about 6 p.m. Remember, these are lightweights, 135. Castillo 12 above, Corrales 14. The weight limit. Final seconds of round 1. A better first round here for Jose Luis Castillo, landing many left hooks.
Yeah, keep that eye. That's getting a little red there, that's all. And you got to rinse this off. I need a bucket right here. You know what? Use that little jab. Once you finish with everything, use that little jab to restart your combo. Okay?
Round 1, we start with heavy punching on the inside and low blows right on the Chico. And Joe Cortez says, hey, that's low. And later in the round, Corrales willing to stay on the inside. And as was the case in the first fight, long-armed fighter, yes, but he's very comfortable and very capable of landing big shots when he's in close.
Seconds out.
So they fight mainly on the inside again to begin the rematch. Here we go, round 2, scheduled for 12. The key to Corrales' win in the first fight was his hand speed.
No one, no hold. Let's go.
But he was so successful whenever he would take a step back and box. But obviously, he chose to fight inside and trade. And he's doing the same thing here. These are hard shots by both. Oh, nice left uppercut by Castillo. That was a good weapon in the first fight, and he didn't use it often enough, the uppercut.
And boy, Castillo just throws that left hook so naturally. You notice even on the inside, his left foot is always in front of his right, which allows him to bend and get leverage on that left hook. He turns his hip, and he really bends and gets full power on that shot almost every time.
Castillo, third fight, a trilogy with a victory here tonight, and then he can fight for the belts. Look at these series of left hooks by Castillo, landing repeatedly on the head of Corrales. And then a right uppercut on the inside by Castillo. Another one, a combination, and it's all Castillo. Back comes Corrales with a left hook. But a right hand by Castillo, and then it's Corrales' turn. Here we go again. Now Corrales sends Castillo back. And a right uppercut by Castillo. And they continue to trade. And this crowd is into it.
Bring him.
Did we see this fight already?
It looks familiar. It's mirroring the first fight, and we're only in round 2.
Steve, they're smothering each other, and it's Corrales pushing Castillo back. He wants the infight even more than Castillo does.
There's some blood now around the right eye of Corrales as the heads came together. That's not going to stop Corrales. He's been in a lot worse shape than this. He has absolutely no quit.
Well, he's the fighter that got busted up badly in the first fight. What's happening now is getting busted up again, and maybe 5 months in terms of the recovery from the beating he took to his face. Maybe 5 months wasn't enough.
Yeah, factor going in was who recovered quicker. Corrales. The momentum shifting for Corrales here, but then just when you say that, of course, Castillo comes back. Oh, there's a big left hook by Castillo right on the chin. And once again, they meet in the proverbial phone booth in the center of the ring. Oh, left hand through the guard of Corrales. And the fans chant Castillo. What a round.
Work on that. Look at the island. You got the adrenaline going? All right. D, how you feel?
Close your eye.
Hey.
I'm just looking at it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Just looking.
Let me
Keep
have
your
some
eye
water here.
closed.
We suspect this is where the cut was open. You see the fighter's gloves coming together. Castillo hitting Corrales' gloves into his own face. The jab makes it a little bit worse. And then you see Corrales pawing at the eye, leading you to believe that cut was just open.
To throw your combinations. Keep throwing combinations. Come on, you're hurting him. Keep going. Hit him. Okay, hit him hard. Okay, go to the body. Raise your hands.
Mark Ratner held up a sign saying the cut was actually from a punch. If a cut is caused by a punch and the injured fighter can't continue, he loses by TKO. The scorecards go out the window. But I would say unlikely in the case of Corrales. Blood appeared near the right eye of Corrales with 1 minute left in round 2. Man, this is the same pattern as the first fight, toe-to-toe action, bombs thrown by both fighters. Recall in the first fight, swelling under Corrales' eye became a problem starting in round 7, this time earlier. Still, this amazing pace can continue.
Well, and then that, of course, brings into the count the question about the weight with Castillo. If he drained himself, can he fight this way for 12 rounds? Right now, it's not affecting him, but we're only in round 3. We'll see.
He looks very energized, very strong. But it is only round 3.
Let's go, get him up.
No Cortez, the third man of the ring. Hard body shots by Castillo. Hoping that the accumulative effect will be a factor later on.
The next jab Corrales throws will be the first, Steve.
Yeah. And that's something we could have said in the first fight as well. Uppercuts on the inside, a very valuable weapon for Castillo. Chance of Castillo from the crowd. Only 5,000 for the first fight. Maybe closer to 16, 17,000 here. 18. Who knows? Hard to say.
Steve, when they're on the inside like this.
Oh, Corrales in trouble from the straight right by Castillo here in round 3, and he's got a minute to go. Corrales wobbled, staggered, he buckled, and was momentarily dazed.
Hold the head, hold the head.
Can he hang on? And he continues to just stand in there. He doesn't hold or he doesn't box. He fights.
And he's walking into the shots. He's walking into the fire.
Incredible.
He's still inching forward,
And
even when
throwing.
hurt.
And landing. And frustrating Castillo. Body, oh, what a left hook after the 2 body punches. And a right hand by Castillo. Corrales remains on his feet and remains throwing punches.
Let's go.
Unbelievable chin and heart by Corrales.
All right, careful, time.
Can you feel that? I know you do. I know you do. Hey, okay, now easy on him, baby. Easy. Hold on. Hold on. Let me have that water. I need the water. All right, now listen to me. Listen to me. You backed him up. You started backing. Okay, now keep those hands up good. Try to use that little short, straight right hand every so often. Just kind of hit you a little.
In round 3, Corrales willing to trade the right hand of all punches, which it was the left hook the whole fight for Castillo. And after landing that big right, he hurts Corrales again with a left uppercut. And at the end of the round, Corrales was pushing Castillo back. What kept Chico up? And the end of round 3, look at Corrales coming back. And there was a moment just before this where he was landing from the outside. He went right back to the inside. That's where he wants to be. That's where he has to be.
It's meant to be.
Right.
Round 4. Scheduled for 12. Rugged round. Corrales, who was nearly put down, but he's coming back strong. The swelling continues under the right eye. His nose is swollen.
Yeah, his nose is swollen big, and you know what? Corrales right now trying to commit to a strong jab. It's the first time we've seen it.
And Corrales continues. Oh, big left hook, Castillo, and down goes Corrales here in the 4th.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, Joe Cortez stops it. He got up at 10, and Cortez has stopped the fight. Castillo has evened the score. Jose Luis Castillo with a 4th round knockout. Castillo, historically a slow starter, gets it done fast.
And we were worried about Castillo draining himself, trying to make weight. He was the stronger fighter throughout.
Well, he didn't win any titles, but he takes the rematch and perhaps sets up a trilogy.
If he can make 135, yes.
And he also won the bet with promoter Gary Shaw of $100,000 by KOing Corrales,
Which cancels out some of the fine that he paid.
Yeah, that was $120,000.
What's a few $100,000 here or there?
Among friends, right? So Jose Luis Castillo has settled the score tonight, and he did it with the big left hook. A lot of people are stunned, including what looks like Cal Ripken.
Yes. And Corrales looks stunned as well.
Joe Goosen and Stitch Duran helping Corrales out. A bittersweet victory for Castillo. Sweet from the standpoint of redemption. Bitter in terms of no titles to show for it, because he didn't make weight.
You take a look at the knockdown, boy. Corrales took so much punishment in the first fight. Not tonight. Can understand why he went down. That was his perfect and clean a left hook. He was getting hit with left hooks from the first minute of the first round. He never defended it properly, never slid under it. He's a tall fighter, and he was right in line to that left hook. And look at him. When he gets up, and you know he's going to try to get up, watch his leg. That's not getting up straight. Joe Cortez had no choice. A good call.
Steve, there's no question Castillo looked so much stronger than Corrales, and continues to raise questions about that weigh-in.
And you see the knockdown punch again. Corrales winding up to throw his own right. Perfect timing by Castillo. Land that left hand unimpeded. Perfect knockout shot. Well, he kept his mouthpiece in.
Yeah, good point. Boy, his eyes are just totally glazed.
And you know what, Steve? He wasn't just knocked out tonight. He was beaten up. I mean, he was marked. He was cut. One more look at the culmination of a rematch that did not go anything like the first fight because of Corrales' inability to soak up punishment tonight.
Maybe he was too loose, too relaxed, as we saw earlier in the dressing room. Look at his eyes.
Wow. His nose is swollen about twice the size. You can see that. He's cut over the right eye, and it's hard to believe it's only the fourth round.
A bruised and battered Diego Chico Corrales. He got up at around 10, but he was in really bad shape, and there's no questioning the stoppage by referee Joe Cortez.
And given what happened in May in the first fight, I think Castillo was very happy Corrales didn't get up and start returning fire.
That's interesting, because he said that this time when he will put Corrales down, Corrales won't get up. Well, he got up at 10, but the fight was stopped. Let's get the official situation from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time. 47 seconds in round number 4. Our referee in charge, Joe Cortez, reaches the count of 10. He is the winner by way of knockout, Jose Luis El Temible Castillo.